Hey everybody! I'm here today to do a review of this expanding hose right here. This is actually the Xhose Pro 100 foot expanding hose, and it is a durable expanding hose. Now let's get right into this video review. This is actually my fourth expanding hose that I've come across. Okay, I had actually two of them that I purchased many years ago. I used them, I liked them, and then I gave them, one of them I gave to my father and the other one I gave to my father-in-law as gifts, not like for Christmas or for the birthday or anything like that. I didn't just reuse something and give it to them as a gift, but just as a here you go gift because I'm changing up my way that I was doing things with organization of hoses and stuff. Then I went back to regular hoses and hose reels, and then now I went back to expanding hoses and I bought two more of them, okay? So this is my fourth one that I've come across, and I gotta say this one is absolutely incredible. I actually have one in the backyard right now, and this is in my garage, and I love this one. Now this is the 100 foot option, which is really, really long. I wanted something that would be long enough that I could get from the garage to the furthest plants at the front of my house, and I could go and water those plants, I could wash the cars, blah, blah, blah. This was it, okay? Now, it didn't come with any attachments. What it did come with is, as far as I can remember, I just took it out of the box a couple of hours ago, but as far as I can remember, it didn't come with any attachments. It came with like an O-ring, if you needed it. It came with like a hard piece to attach to the hose bib. Like it's a hard piece, so like it wouldn't bend as much. The expandable hose wouldn't bend as much, which is really, really good. As long as you have the clearance off of the ground below your hose bib, it's fantastic. I have just enough clearance for that to work, which is great. And you can see right here at the end, it is a metal. I don't know if it's brass. I don't want to, like, it looks like brass, it feels like brass, but I don't want to say it is brass because I don't know for sure. It has a nice little ball joint over here. So you can turn it off on the hose. Let's say you want to switch your attachment, but you don't want to walk all the way to your hose bib to turn off the water. You can just use, oh, there we go, sorry about that. I just used it, and there's still some water built up in there. So as you can see right there, let's get all the water out. We're good to go. That scared me for a second there. You could just turn off the water supply to the hose, switch from a spray nozzle to a sprinkler, and then turn it back on again. Okay, and as you can see, it's empty. There's a couple drops left, but it's empty. It expands, it says, to 3 times roughly its length. So it's a 100 foot hose. So right now, all constricted, it's going to be roughly 30 feet, give or take. I didn't measure it, but you know what? You'll see when I turn the water on that it does expand quite a bit. This is really high quality in my opinion. Like, I look for things that, you know, if I'm going to drag it along the floor, it's not going to break. This feels high quality. I don't know, like, you know, I've had many hoses, and I haven't had any hose last me more than a few years because I really use them, right? I'm not like careful with them. I just use them like they're supposed to be used. So, you know, I don't know how long it's meant to last, but it definitely feels like it's really, really high quality. And you get another one of those hard pieces right here, like I spoke about on the other side, that prevents it from kinking. So you get at least, like, it's less prone to leaking because at the end here where the connection is, it's not going to be bending because it's straight, which is fantastic. And then you can obviously tighten on your sprayer nozzle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the water on. You're going to see, I'll move to this side. You're going to see, and I just showed this in a previous video that I would have likely released yesterday. So you can go back and check that out. You're going to see it expand down, the hose on the reel. But I'm going to hold this to show you what it looks like as it expands as well. Really, really cool. And you get a nice solid seal on this. There's no water comes out of here. And you also have this little adjustment screw, this set screw, that if you ever need to, I guess, replace it, adjust it, tighten it, loosen it, you can always do that, which is fantastic because, you know, they don't have to include things like this, but they do. It makes life a lot easier to make these last a lot longer. So I'm going to go and I'm going to turn on the hose. You're going to hear a little bit of like a hissing sound, just because I'm going to do it slowly so I can get back in front of the camera. So I'm turning on the hose. Okay. The hose is now on. Make sure I got my clearance over here. And you're going to see this is going to start to expand. And right here as well, you're going to see it start to expand. I'll get a little bit more so you can see it expand like this. So right now you can see that the water is essentially filling up the hose, which is causing it to get larger and expand, which is really, really cool. You can see it getting much bigger. Now I can easily crank the hose on. And if I was to crank the hose on, then it would just expand really fast. But I want to do it slowly so you can see. Look at this. What was originally could fit on the camera. Look at this. I can't even extend my arms out far enough. It's still getting bigger. So, I mean, this is really one of the coolest things you can have in your gardening arsenal. I believe that's it. I'm going to just crank it on all the way. Yeah, we're good. The water's on all the way. So right now we're getting maximum length. Okay. Now you can see what was originally really tight around there is now hanging off many feet. With regards to the quality of the mesh around, feels really durable. Like I said, it feels like this would last me quite a while. This is probably going to be one of the, if not the longest lasting hose that I have. Just because the protection layer on this is absolutely incredible. So as you can see right there, it expands nicely. Really, really quality build. It's not the cheapest one. The other ones that I got were decently cheaper, but I wanted to get something that was good. You know, I'm at the point in my life where I'd rather pay for quality and have it last decently longer than to pay for something non-quality and it's going to be gone before I know it. I have 4 young kids, so any trip to the store is like a big shenanigan, right? So I try and limit the things that I have to rebuy, so I get good quality stuff. And that's it. I mean, look at this, like, woo, it's crazy. It's unbelievable how much it expands. And it just makes life a lot easier. Instead of having a massive hose that you have to reel all the time, you know, you can empty it out and then you can reel it up nicely. So after I'm done this video, how I reel it, which I showed in the previous video, is I empty all the water out of it. And then once the water's been emptied out of it, then I reel it up really tightly so that when I turn the water on, it expands down nicely like that and has clearance. I'm tempted to turn the water on, but I've got a lot of paperwork over there. At this moment, I'm in the middle of a renovation, so I don't want to like dirty any of the paperwork or any of the materials and stuff like that. I'm tempted to just show you the water spraying out here, but I would not be a good idea in the garage. Maybe one day I'll show you outside how it performs in the garden. But for now, you're going to just have to be happy with the fact that I showed you everything that I showed you. And that's it. That is my review of this Xhose Pro 100-foot durable, expandable, expanding, massively expansion hose. That didn't really make the most sense, but we're going to roll with it anyways. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, I was like, whoa. It's like the hose is ready to spray me. I was a little bit scary for a second. That was a bit scary for me. Anyways, we're going to try to roll the outro one more time. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.